Okay, in this exercise we're going to do a sky visualization. So you might want to close your eyes, or you might want to look out a window, and if you can see the sky, you might want to just soften your gaze and focus your awareness on the sky. So just get comfortable in your seat and connect with your breath. Just bringing your awareness into your body, and just for a moment allowing all of your thoughts and distractions about the day to float away for a moment, and just give yourself this time to connect. So we're just going to visualize ourselves as the sky, as the huge, endless expanse that is the sky. And the sky holds many weathers. Sometimes it's sunny and still, and sometimes there's an almighty storm, or it can rain, but it always changes. And much like our moods or thoughts, they come and they go. So much like a difficult mood or situation, clouds will come into the sky and they will at some time pass. And the sky just holds the space. So when you breathe in, just breathe into yourself. Imagine yourself as an endless sky. And when you breathe out, just feel yourself expanding. And just allow any moods or thoughts to float in like a cloud and to leave again. Just know that you can hold space for all the emotions, pleasant and unpleasant. And like the weather, just knowing that things in our lives have movement and will change. And bringing your focus back to your breath and to the room. And using the sky as a way to connect to nature is a really, really great one, as it's always there and pretty much wherever we are. Even if we're indoors not feeling great, we can always look out of a window and connect to nature. So it's a really useful one to remember whatever's happening to us.
Hi, thanks Alice for that grounding exercise. My name's Sophia, and today I'm going to do a short video for you about composting at home. I'm going to show you the things that are good to put into a compost bin and the things that you should definitely not ever put in. Many of you will have seen or have at home a compost bin like this one. They're pretty easy to get hold of, quite cheap and very robust. So, if you want to establish a compost bin, the things to remember are to get an even mix of green, fresh material and brown, woody, dried material. So I'm going to show you some examples of the fresh green material. So here we've got vegetable peelings from the house. These are all fine. You can put a small amount of citrus in, but try not to put too much in because it's really slow to break down. You might have some of this packaging which is compostable, and this is okay to put in, but it could take a little while to compost down. It depends how quickly you want your compost. You can put tea bags in as long as they're biodegradable tea bags. And you can put like your leftover coffee granules. You can also put grass clippings in. You need to be careful with grass clippings that you don't put too thick a layer. So when you put your grass clippings in, try and spread them out a bit, and sometimes it's a good idea to leave the lid off for a couple of hours just to let them dry out a bit. So now I'm going to show you some examples of some brown carbon sort of woody materials. So old dry leaves are great. And another one that uses up household waste and recycling is old cardboard. So you can tear that up and put it in. So this is an example of things that you should never put in a compost bin. So meat bones, cheese, bread, or any cooked food. Another thing that it's good to avoid is anything with weed seeds in. Or perennial weeds like bindweed and couch grass. So once you've got all your organic matter in your compost bin, it's a good idea to just mix it around and turn it with the fork, just to get air in and make sure that it's all got a good chance of breaking down. And then hopefully you'll keep adding to it, and at the end, at the bottom of the compost bin, you'll be rewarded with some fresh homemade compost. So hopefully that's given you some ideas and information about how to compost at home. You can make your own compost bins out of old wooden pallets. You can get much smaller bins than this, but it's definitely the good way to use up vegetable peelings, grass cuttings, old bits of cardboard, and weeds and prunings from your garden. Thank you.